Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here for a brand new How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to be jumping back into 2004 because today I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2004 Transformers Energon Wing Saber. I have been wanting to do this figure for so long. I have just never been able to get my hands on one. I finally got him. I had the opportunity. I snagged it. I am so happy right now because I have been trying for so long to get my hands on Wing Saber. The biggest reason why is because not only can Wing Saber combine with Optimus, but let's face it, Wing Saber is a pretty cool Autobot. I know, this version of Wing Saber obviously was featured in Transformers Energon, and then they had an alternate design for Wing Saber featured in Transformers Cybertron. Off the top of my head, I can't think of another series that he was featured in, but either way, Wing Saber's awesome in my opinion. One thing you guys will notice is that, unfortunately, I do not have the missiles. With as much luck as I had finding this figure, honestly, I'm kind of surprised I found it this complete. I'll eventually find the missiles. Heck, I could probably even find somebody who can maybe 3D print me a set of rockets, which would be great. But anyway, to get back on topic, so what I'm going to do first for Wing Saber is I'm going to show you how to transform him into his alt mode. I'll go over some details that he has while he's in vehicle mode. And then as a bonus for you guys, I will even show you how to combine him with Optimus Prime into the two different combination modes. One of which, honestly, I call like flight mode and then gunner mode. But honestly, given the fact that Transformers Cybertron featured an official title for this combination, I'm just going to call it Sonic Wing Mode because, honestly, that's a cool name. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in Wing Saber for a close-up. As you can see here, Wing Saber's vehicle mode is this huge, long wing ship. I think realistically, this thing would not fly in the real world. But it's still a cool design. I love how they have the transparent red plastic. They've got the little cockpit with the transparent windows on it. I love how he's got these giant gun placements on the side. I love how he's got the rocket launchers right here underneath the wings. He's got the little Autobot tag right there. Then of course on both of the wings, he's got the giant Autobot symbols right there. Overall, I have to admit, this is an awesome design. I especially love that they gave him the primary colors, or I should say the prime colors, no pun intended, I guess, of Optimus to associate him with the Autobot leader. If you flip him over, you will also notice that he actually comes with landing gear. He's got the big front wheel right here, and he's got the two little side wheels right here and right over there. I have to admit, given how kind of weird his vehicle mode is, I think it's pretty cool that they included landing gear. I would imagine that other designs that are similar to this would just sit directly on the table, the floor, whatever. But I think it's kind of cool that they added that detail. And I love that he has like these exhaust vents right here. And then he has this like the gold. This piece right here will actually become Wing Saber's chest. But I just absolutely love this design. And it bums me out that it took me so long to get my hands on it. But now that I've got it, I couldn't be more overjoyed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into transforming Wing Saber. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come right over here and we're going to flip up the landing gear. We're going to get that out of our way so we don't break any of it. So we got those all folded up just like that. And then the next thing we'll do, right underneath here, there is actually a pin that will detach. Sometimes you kind of have to wiggle it. So there we go. There's the pin right there. And then we'll go ahead and flip him off to the side and bring him right over here. And you'll see that there's another pin right in here. Go ahead and wiggle that free just like that. All right, so the next thing we'll do is we're going to grab this whole section and we're going to bring it down, turn this around, and then flip this cannon back along this section just like this. So We'll bring this down, turn it around, and flip the cannon just like that. And then we'll go ahead and spin him around because now we're going to form his waist. And what we'll do is we'll take this pin right here and it'll link into this port right here. Go ahead and pop those together. And we have Wing Saber's waist. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take these red panels and we'll flip them up just like that. And there we already have Wing Saber halfway done. Halfway done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to spin him back around because now it's time to deal with the flight, with the control section of the ship itself. So this actually has a couple of different sections. This section, and these two pieces are all on 4 separate hinges. So you got to be, this is a little interesting to do. What we're going to do first is we're going to grab this silver one and we're going to fold it down. And we're going to grab this silver one and fold it down. And when you take this section and fold it down, you guys will notice that it now does not quite line up with the rest of him. But now what we can do is we can spin him back around. And we're going to come right here and we're going to move this off to the side. We're going to grab this pin right here and we're going to pop his arm up out of his shoulder. And then we're going to fold his shoulder in. So just like that. And then we'll come over here. We'll do the exact same thing. Fold this down and flip in his shoulders. And of course, obviously you guys will notice that Wing Saber doesn't have a head yet. These 2 red pieces actually will link together right in the middle and actually form his head. So we'll go ahead and pop those up and push them together. And there's Wing Saber. I have to admit, I absolutely love this design. I know in the Transformers Energon series, Wing Saber started out as a small prison guard Autobot named Wing Dagger. I have to admit, this Wing Saber mold compared to Wing Dagger, honestly, it makes me think they just supercharged and gave him everything they possibly could just to bulk him up as much as possible. This is basically a bulky version of Wing Dagger, but it's still cool that Wing Dagger became Wing Saber, similar to how Orion Pax became Optimus Prime. Next thing I'll do is I'm going to actually show you a size comparison to Transformers Energon Optimus. And as you can see, Wing Saber is so much bigger, but to be perfectly honest, I think we can all agree that if you're going to be able to combine with Optimus, you got to be bigger so you can bring in the big guns, so to speak. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to transform Wing Saber into the flight mode, and then I will show you how to transform it into the gunner mode for Sonic Wing mode. So if you give me 1 second, I will be right back. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and do something a little gory, and we're going to rip Wing Saber in half. He's just held together with some pins right there and some ports on one side. We're going to go ahead and set one side off to the side. I said aside a lot in that little thing. Sorry. All right. So we got that. What we're going to do first is we're going to fold his head down. Then we're going to come right here. We're going to grab this section and grab right here. And we're going to pull them apart. Now, this right here will become the leg for the flight mode. We're just going to set that off to the side because we do not need to mess with that at all. Now, for the upper half, what we're going to do is we're going to open up his shoulder, just like that. We are going to fold in his arm, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this out and, give me 1 second. We got to fold this down, bring that back, turn it, and now Optimus has an elbow joint for his flight mode. And then we'll give his fist a little bit of a turn. And there's one of the pieces for his flight mode. So we'll set that off the side right there. All right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to rip him apart. Set the leg off to the side. We don't need to mess with that. What we'll do next, fold his head in, open his shoulder, and go ahead and fold up his arm just like that. And then if it helps, fold that back a little bit. Turn his wrist. Give him an elbow. There we go. We've already got his fist ready to go. We can bring his arm out a little bit and then push back down on that piece right there. And there we have the other half of Optimus flight mode. All right. Now, in regards to transforming Optimus, his transformation into combiner mode is literally the exact same as it would be if you were combining him with his Prime Force trailer. So we'll straighten his arm, bring it up, push the hand in, straighten his arm, bring it up, push the hand in, and then we'll come down here. We'll fold up the plates on his feet just like that, and we'll swing back here and we'll bring up his helmet, and we'll go ahead and open his chest. All right, so we will start with his feet. Now these click in just like with the Prime Force trailer. Go ahead and snap that on there. There's one. And we'll snap this on right here. There's two. Oh, let me raise up the camera a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. And we'll bring in piece number 3. Snap that onto his shoulder. There we go. Just like that. Now, unfortunately, because of the size, he's a little top heavy. It's not fun when he decides he wants to bend over backwards. Go ahead and snap that in. And there we have it. And that's what I was talking about. Just like that. So I'll just hold on to him. But anyway, guys, so there we have Optimus in his flight mode. So there is Sonic Wing mode configuration 1. And now, if you guys give me 1 minute, I'll be right back, and I will show you how to transform him into configuration B. All right, guys, and we're back. As you can see here, I just went ahead and skipped all the boring stuff. I got all four pieces of Wing Saber transformed back right after we pulled them all apart. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you configuration B. So what we're going to do first is we're going to move these off to the side. We're not going to need them for just a moment. And I'm going to show you how to transform the upper half of Wing Saber into the legs for the gunner mode. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this out just like before. Unlike the first part, we are not going to fold these in. What we're actually going to do is we're going to fold these back a little bit and flip this panel down and then bring this whole section down just like this. And when we do that, oops, and then make sure we turn his hand just like that. Then bring this panel down just like that. Fold it up. And there we have one of the feet. It's that simple. So we'll go ahead and come over here. We'll fold this out. We'll go ahead and fold it back. Bring this plate down. And bring this down just like this. Oops, I forgot to turn the fist one more time. Bring that down. Fold this back. And there we already have the boots for gunner mode. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this off the side. All right, so now, whereas with the mode A, these became legs, they're not going to become arms. So what we're going to do first is we're going to flip them over because this is going to be his shoulder. What we'll do is we'll pull this, or push this out a little bit. There we go, and we'll bring it down. And then we'll flip out the cannon just like that. You'll see he's got some fingers right here. Go ahead and flip that, and then what we'll do is we'll turn it around. Now, unfortunately, this one does not really have an elbow joint. Unfortunately, actually, hang on one sec. Actually, yes, it does. I apologize. I had that wrong. So we had it flipped around just like that. We'll bring it straight, and then we'll turn it around. We've got the gun flipped out. We got the fist flipped out. You'll see that there's the ratchet joints right here. If you give it a little bit more of a turn, then you've got an elbow joint. I am so sorry, guys. So we'll go ahead and just bring that out just like that. And then finally, we'll turn the cannon just like that. And there's one of the arms for gunner mode. All right. So first thing we'll do, flip it over. And this vent right here is the opposite shoulder. So this is his left shoulder. We'll go ahead and pop these apart. There we go. Bring that down. We'll flip the gun down. Flip his fingers out, spin this around, and then like I said, flip that back one, and now he's got an elbow joint on both sides, and he's got a little bit of a shoulder joint too, which is nice. And then finally, flip that, and there we have the other arm for gunner mode. All right, and we'll go ahead and bring back in Optimus now. As you can see, I've already got him transformed and ready to go. We're going to go ahead and start by bringing in his legs. And when you combine him, you're going to want to make sure that you have this wing section on the outside. This is the outside part of his leg. I guess if you wanted to try, you could have it with all the red and gold and white on the outside. I don't know if that would really work, though. Maybe I'll try it someday. All right, so we'll go ahead and put his leg in there just like that. And we'll bring his other leg in just like that. And give me 1 second. We're going to move up the camera one more time. There we go. And we'll bring this over just like this. And finally, we'll bring the other piece over just like that. And link it on. Yeah, I know you got lights and sounds, I know. And there we go. We have gunner mode for Sonic Wing mode, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, guys, there we have Sonic Wing mode, gunner mode. That was a mouthful. What I love about this is the fact that I have seen pictures that show that there's actually a way you can combine the Wing Saber pieces onto the Omega Supreme figure. I haven't really tried that yet. I'm still kind of getting the hang of having Wing Saber. But anyway, guys, so that is the 2004 Transformers Energon Wing Saber with a guest appearance by Optimus Prime for Sonic Wing mode, the flight mode, and the gunner mode. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out as we go. And until then, bye.